Who's coming with me to Flavortown? Check this out. You want to see some? Want to see some? Come on. Walk on over, baby, walk on over. Come on over, baby, come on over. Check this out. First thing you want to do is clean your whole house. Mop, dust, vacuum. I've actually documented, and I'm going to have some people who are into certain things come around here. The last thing powerful interests are going to be able to do is discredit me. But I want to reassure you that the devil has no leverage, no pull, no sway over this Icelander. Hey? Remember that fake news in the media, they're going to tell you things about people sometimes and they're not true. Just like they did with Trump. Look at the lawyers who went after Trump. Do you know where those lawyers are right now? In fucking jail? You guys want to go to jail? You guys want to find out how powerful Doge is? Wait till Trump takes over Canada. Wait till Trump takes over Canada. Trump will take over Canada and give it back to the people. 100%, I already know it. But he can't tell you that because then they would push as hard as they could to stop him from doing it. Not like they already aren't, but they really aren't. Because right now, they're hanging. They're hanging from the cliff, but some of them don't realize that it's already done, you know? You're not gonna be able to counteract because there's no more secrets. There are no more secrets. And that's the most important thing for everyone to understand. There is no more secrets. My friends, they ain't playing. And when I was told certain things, they said, make sure you let them know. Because now I get to watch them squirm. And trust me when I say, they be fucking squirming. Squirming. So now the worst is behind me. And I just have to understand that the gods will do the best to protect those who are good and innocent. And as one of the gods, right? Created in the image of the gods, we were. But I recognized it. I truly recognized it. And I didn't commit evil. I never committed evil. So they don't have leverage on me. Just like that Dutch banker that got out. Google or YouTube search pedophile Dutch banker tells the truth. And watch the story of that Dutch banker. It's unreal. It's unreal what's out there. And it's all come out now. I always knew there was good people in the Netherlands. I always knew that, man, you are going to be my friend one day, homie. I will meet you, shake your hand, and tell you I love you. Thank you for protecting the children. I love you very much, homie. So many good people in this world. Why do we allow evil to have any breathing room? I don't know. How did evil become so powerful? I don't know. Somebody sold out the world. Somebody in each country sold out the world. Powerful interest groups want you to never understand that satanic cults have been abusing children for hundreds and hundreds of years. Hundreds and hundreds of years. They want it to be a myth. You know what I mean? Do you remember that one movie that came out? And my wife might know the title, but it was one of my favorite actors from back in the day, Person of Interest. He was in a movie, and the movie was sidelined by by Hollywood for 5 fucking years because it told the true story of cases regarding 3-letter entities, agencies, who were not doing the right thing, who were helping the most devilish groups on the planet hurt children, cover up the truth. The Dutch banker states, in order for these powerful interest groups to avoid tax evasion, they had to manipulate laws with oil, Iraqi oil, whole sorts of investment portfolios have to be dumped, sold off, cashed. How do you think some groups get into investing with drug dealer money? Right? Let's look up something. Let's look this. How does the cartel become huge Apple investors? How did the Mexican cartel get into Apple stocks? How did the Mexican cartel come to be so powerful? I know that during the 80s, Colombia was where most of the drug violence and cartels were located. But then what happened? How have the Mexican cartels eclipsed the Colombian ones? Also, how come one cartel hasn't risen to the top of Mexico like Escobar, Medellin cartel? Instead, it seems as though they keep on proliferating. The reason why one cartel has not singled out into something like the Escobar cartel is because they are constantly fighting territory and power. Don't get me wrong, there is still a single most powerful cartel, the Sinaloa. This is 13 years ago. The Sinaloa cartel is pretty much the most powerful cartel in the world right now. They are not as infamous as Pablo Escobar, and that's what you'd want, right? You don't want to be known as the top, right? And that means the heat's not on you ever, right? If you say all your shit's coming from BC, they're going to go looking for the big growers in BC, right? Well, that's how this shit works, guys, but you Muppets don't have a clue. They are not infamous as Pablo Escobar. However, the control they have is a huge part of the drug trade and a very organized one. Sinaloa constantly fights with other cartels. I would bet that the Sinaloa has shipping ground in every country in the world. And so you guys can understand, on a related note, there have been criticism by opponents of NAFTA about it helping the cartels. Supposedly, the farmers who could not compete with the high efficiency of American corn and etc. turned to the cartels for money. This is just a theory, but an interesting one, and not by speculation. And then there's 42 replies to this. It's more efficient. It's subsidized. When countries are not allowed to enact protectionist... Oh, that's to stand up for NAFTA. Someone deleted their comment from 13 years ago. It's both really subsidies help, but even with them, the massive corporate farms using superior GMO corn would still be beating them. So how did the Medellin cartel manage to monopolize drug production and trafficking? They must have had some competition for that juicy spot. There's really a neat book called Killing Pablo about the rise and eventual death of Pablo Escobar. The TLDR, I don't know what that means, of it is that Escobar was good at smuggling, but even better at intimidation and violence. He essentially subjugated the smaller independent outfits into working for him. Now that's really bad because at any given time they'll turn on you, right? As soon as they can. That's very dumb, and that's what happened to him. Nobody really knows that, but he was ratted on, and if you do know that, you probably are a cop or some high up who has family who are very high up. I'm not sure the Sinaloans are the most powerful cartel anymore. Los Zetas, yeah, get a life. Zetas, yeah, right. Some in Mexico argue that the Zetas, yeah, right. Sinaloa, that's the Sinaloa writing that, by the way. That Sinaloa fact is, according to the CIA in 2011,
see the link in the original post terms here. Also, it is widely accepted that the PRI party, who ruled Mexico for 70 years until 2000 elections, never tried cracking down on any cartel significant size. So, for 70 plus years, they just let the drug dealers control the land. And if you know anything about the mafia fill in for the army when the army goes overseas to fight the battle. The mafia filled in for New York to take care of New Yorkers. I don't know, do you guys really understand the way stuff works, or are you all really out to lunch? I'll see you guys next time. Remember, you